Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Siggy here at Citi Field, and of course, known as a pitcher's park, but this ballpark's gotten a little smaller over the years as they've
park. It plays differently, and these hitters are really feeding off of it. You give the pitcher a nice little lead, and we see those guys getting comfortable and leading the team to victory.
So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill, Griffin Canning.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Out to short. Toss to Alonso. One out in the top of the first. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Freddie Freeman.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runner on at first with one gone. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Double play ball to second. Off balance feed, there's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Back here at Citi Field, our starter in this one, Tony Gonsolin. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
And a foul ball. That one ripped. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now at the plate, Starling Marte. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Now a fly ball to right center. Hernandez makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Batting third, right fielder.
Here's a Mets lineup now. Siggy, this lineup has the benefit of playing behind a great pitching staff. They've got a really low ERA.
Yeah, and, with that said, there's not as much pressure on the offense, but make no mistake about it. Players want to hit the ball hard, and they want to score runs. They want to jog around the bases, hitting the ball over the fence. So regardless of how dominant the staff can be, the attitude is we want to go out there and have some fun with the bat. So we'll see. One big inning in this one, could be all they need, but you'd like to have multiple big innings.
Man at second. Yeah, that's fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. Oh, and gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
Base is empty, one away. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One out, base is empty. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Fought off foul. 2 outs, base is empty. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show. Back here in Queens, top of the 2nd, and here's the catcher, Will Smith.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Strike 2. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch just misses. Hernandez, in his 8th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. Nobody out, runner at first. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Fouled off. He was late. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, with that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back, and that one is gone. Max Muncy, a 2-run homer. His 4th home run of the season. It's 2-2. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Andy Pajes getting ready to hit. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
And here is Michael Conforto. Miss as he was out front.
0-1's the count.
And he chases a high fastball there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Right side. Finds its way through, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Back-to-back singles. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Kike Hernandez. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Lifted in the air, right field. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers is designated hitter shohei ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Tied up here in the early going.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Good job to fight that one off. Two on, 2 outs. Rips one to right, down the line, and it's foul.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Pages, the lead runner at second. Conforto on at first with 2 down. On the ground, right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Battling here as he fouls it away. And he deals. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. Pages scores. It's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Now it's Mookie Betts. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one fouled off. On the ground, out to short. Lindor on to first. They limit the damage here. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Mets 2. And we're back. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Gonsolin back to work. There's the strike. There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Muncy makes the grab, one away.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Francisco Alvarez stands in now and watches strike one. Gonsolin turns, fires. In the air, right field. And a foul ball.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his third of the game.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Digging in, Brett Beatty. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets. They're down 3-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here is Freddie Freeman. On the ground to the left. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. Mark Vientos coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Number 27.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. And he's already singled in this game. Ball right side could be two. The flip to second. Over to Alonso. Double play.
Really nice double play turn right there. And it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
And the 0-1. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Citi Field, and stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Rips one to left. That's a base hit, and that turns the lineup over.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 1-for-1 with a double and a run scored. Swing and a foul out of play.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Lindor swings through that one.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control, and not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Here's Starling Marte. Flied to right his first time. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Slice to right. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Bird. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Soto, batting with one down, takes a strike.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he'd played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
Marte leads off second with one gone in the inning. Swings and misses. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up to speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Here's Pete Alonso. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And the batter now, Brandon Nimmo. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. That's a hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. He popped out his first time.
This guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Swing and a miss.
No ball,
0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2. First and second, 2 down. That to right. And it gets by him. One run across, headed for the plate. 2 runs are in. Taylor around third. The relay to the plate. Safe. He beats the tag. It's 7-3.
Well, they call it one of the most exciting plays in baseball for a reason, Boog. Always fun to see an inside the Parker. And, man, he was flying out of the box. And I think that by the time he was getting to second, he had it in his mind.
The throw to first, inning over, although plenty of damage done. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run outburst. On to inning number 4. It's the Mets 7 and the Dodgers 3. Back here in Queens, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Max Muncy. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. The throw. Nicely done for the out. Andy Pajes digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And first offering is fouled off.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
On the ground to third, Vientos. And a couple of quick outs.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Michael Conforto will climb in. A single his first time. And a foul ball. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side. Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Dodgers down in order. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And here it comes. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Betts hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, second baseman,
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. A single and a run scored and a walk. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Struck him out looking.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Back to the top of the lineup, Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 1 for 2. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. He swings and fouls one off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two down, nobody on. to center and a base hit.
Now batting.
Starling Marte up to hit. And the first pitch
outside.
misses for ball one. Lindor leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Mets 7 and the Dodgers 3. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Kike Hernandez. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Canning back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Center field. Taylor ranging after it. And out number 1 on the grab.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ripped on the ground to second. Toss to Alonso. And they get Ohtani for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Mookie Betts. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
0-1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. This looks like extra bases. Betts into second.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And here's Freddie Freeman. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug. No question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Up the middle, Acuna. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's saved.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Smith, the next to hit. Base hit and a run in to score. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. swing and a ball popped up. Acuna pulls it down, and that is that. And we're back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Juan Soto.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mets really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. So far, they have 6 hits in the counts where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Sneaks through, base hit.
Now batting left fielder,
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. He circles the bases, his 9th homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 9-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. Tyrone Taylor now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. There's a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Gonsolin fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike. And that is out of play. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. It's now 9-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. That pitch gets the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Kodai Senga getting loose out there. Cabrera getting loose as well. Cut on and lifted in the air. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Now batting, second baseman, Andy Pyle.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Griffin Canning gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Now on the bump, Clay Holmes.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Yeah, the batter now, Andy Pajes. Up the middle, Lindor slings to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder, Kike Hernandez.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Line drive, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Two on, 2 outs. That's out to center field. Taylor snags it, and that's the 3rd out. So they strand a pair. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Mets 9 and the Dodgers 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Fastball for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And it's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning around first, digging for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Luis Angel Acuna getting ready to hit. Right through there for a strike. Squirts away a little bit. Man at second. In the air, right side. Hernandez moving under this one. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Throw cut off to third. And it comes in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with 1 away. So the batting order turns over. And now it's Frankie Lindor. And that one popped in the air, left field. Conforto brings it in. Runner tags for home. He's in on the sac fly. It's 10-4.
Wow, pretty amazing that only ended up being a sac fly. So much excitement and a great effort out there to take on the wall as he hauled it in. And for the batter, could have easily been a double or even a triple. But you know what? He'll take the sac fly RBI.
And here is Starling Marte. First pitch, and he just misses. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom of the 6th. In for a strike, and the count is 1-1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's Juan Soto. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Marte off of first with 2 away. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
No ball,
Perhaps
2 strikes.
not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Two outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Conforto pulls that one down, and that is that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 10 and the Dodgers 4. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
2 down, bases empty, and now Will Smith. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
On the ground. Toss to Alonso, and Hernandez is out. And that for LA, and that is not what they needed. Down 10-4.
Number 78.
Alonso in the box now. No balls and a strike. Out to center. Hernandez has it sized up and makes the grab. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. He's already homered in this game. Fly ball to right. Hernandez settles under it and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Down the right field line and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. On the outside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Mets leave 1. They're up comfortably, though. It's 10-4. We're at the top of the 8th. Miguel Rojas at the plate.
Third baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Holmes back to work. And that's in for a strike. late with the swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
This one in the air right field. Soto really on his horse for it. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Back to the mound. It hit him. No chance for a play. And let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And now two aboard. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Enrique Hernandez digs in now. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Runners at the corners, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swings through him for the K. Gassed it right by him. Shohei Ohtani will hit next.
Shohei Ohtani.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two on, 2 outs. And they'll do it again.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Two outs. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Nabs it, and that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 10 and the Dodgers 4. Back here at Citi Field. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Hey!
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. And the 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Rush to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. His 11th of the year, and they add a run. It's 11-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Now the number 2 hitter, Starling Marte. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Hit softly on the ground to third. Whips it across, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. Back here in Queens, all set to start the 9th in this one. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. To third, and that's just foul. Stays alive. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Here's a high chopper. And that one handled. Gets it to first. There to beat him by an eyelash. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Freeman hits it in the air. Nimmo. He makes the grab. Out number 2. So last chance for the Dodgers. Stepping in, Will Smith. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take this one in a blowout.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
Final score in this one, 11-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.